So I was talking a little earlier about obesity, and as you guys know, I love talking to my audience. I love getting feedback from everyone out there, and I love finding stuff that's a real treasure and using it on the show. It's like an interactive show. The viewers kind of tell me what they want to hear about and what they want to see. I was talking about obesity, and this Facebook post this morning, when I saw it, it actually made me LOL. Like I was laughing out loud. That's how funny it was to me, a little quip. But my buddy Eddie Monahan, great humorist and great writer, great guy all around, a tremendous business guy, posted this picture of Chris Christie, which his belt is screaming for help. And it says, if Chris Christie beats COVID, game over. Open everything up. And I think, you know, the kind of point is that if this guy doesn't have a bunch of underlying conditions, including obesity, no one does. And if he gets through to COVID, then that might be an even better measure of, you know, how badly out of shape you could be and still survive COVID, okay? And when they call the president obese, Chris Christie's a little shorter and a little wider. So, you know, he needs our prayers as much as anyone, because he probably has a couple of issues that, you know, are not good for those facing COVID. Now, I have been, okay, I wear a mask when there's people around because I don't want to hear them. So I'll throw it on. Like if I go to walk into a store and I see everyone in the store, then I have it in my pocket, I put it on. I don't really want to wear it. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I did start thinking about it the other day because I went into like a small restaurant market, and they have like, you know, all the hot food behind the desk and behind the table, and there's like meatloaf and all different food and good food. And all the people behind there were in masks, and they had the hair nets on, and I was like, oh God, these poor guys got to wear a mask. But then I was thinking, all right, you know, maybe in food establishments where they're like hovering over my food, I don't mind the masks, okay? So that might be one place we could find common ground for a long time. Now, I see these morons driving in their car alone with a mask on. And I'm like, this person must be a psychopath. They must be psychotic. They must think they're in the car with someone else and they're protecting the other person, because a lot has been said about masks. Dr. Fauci said, wear a mask. Then he said, it's not good to wear a mask. Then maybe wear a mask. Then it stops it. It's sick. Hey, a lot of conflicting information, and I get it. Okay, this thing is a fast-moving situation. But supposedly, the whole reason that we wear a mask is to protect others. If you love others, protect them by wearing your mask. Okay, why are you wearing it in the car if you're alone, is what I'm wondering. Okay. Joe Biden happens to think that you need to be told what to do so badly that you should wear masks at all times. Check this out.
My prayers continue to be with the President and the First Lady for their health and safety, as they, like so many American families, are dealing with COVID-19. I was glad to see the President speaking and recording videos over the weekend. Now that he's busy tweeting campaign messages, I would ask him to do this. Listen to the scientists. Support masks. Support a mask mandates nationwide. Require masks in every federal building and facility and interstate travel. Urge every governor and mayor to do the same. We know it saves lives. His administration just rejected a mask mandate for public transportation on Friday. The SEIU came along and said, we need to be protected. And they said no. I believe that was wrong and not very rational.
This guy Biden wants to tell you to wear a mask when you drive. So I'm alone in the car. I'm supposed to be driving along in a mask? And by the way, yesterday I had sunglasses on, and I got out of the car to go in a store and get a sandwich, and I put the mask on, and when I'm breathing in the mask, my air, the carbon monoxide is coming out, is going up my glasses, and my glasses are fogging on the inside. So if I'm driving in the car with sunglasses for safety, and then I put on a mask, the condensation from my mask fogs my glasses, I crash. So is Joe Biden, has he consulted with the National Highway Safety and Transportation Authority? Because I doubt it. Driving in the car with a mask is a ridiculous thing, but that's where Joe Biden has us. There's no two ways about that. Also, you know, Donald Trump hit Joe Biden pretty hard the other night in the debate, and a lot of it was like swept under the rug with all the talk about the interruptions and Chris Wallace. But Donald Trump did hit Joe Biden hard and say, hey, I've got every law enforcement. I'm for law enforcement. Name one organization that you have, Joe. And Joe couldn't even name one. He didn't have one, okay? And it looks like now he's come to terms with the fact that law enforcement is with Trump. Check this out.
I've had overwhelming support from police my whole career up until this year, as your husband will tell you.
I had overwhelming support from police up till this year, up till these lefty lunatics that I'm running with here started saying we got to defund the police, so now all the cops hate me. Of course they do. And cops love Trump. And moms and women who care about the safety and security of kids love police. And Trump loves police. So he's going to get all them women votes. Believe me when I tell you. And if you want to wonder why, if you want safety and security, you should vote for Donald Trump. He has the backing of all the law enforcement in the whole country. But here's what Joe Biden had to say about police and what should happen when you call 911.
Do what I've done in the past. I'm going to bring all these interests together. Peaceful protesters, police chiefs, police officers, the police unions, as well as the civil rights groups in the White House, and sit down and decide what are the things that need to be done to improve and help police officers. I'm the only one who's talked about increasing police budgets. When your husband goes on a call that in fact is a 911 call, it's better if he or she has with them a psychologist or psychiatrist with them, someone who knows how to deal with someone who is not all there. And so there's a lot of things we should be doing. In addition to that, I also am proposing that we spend significantly more money on community policing. The reason it worked, my son used to be an attorney general of the state of Delaware. The idea is you get the police, you get the law enforcement together with the community so they know one another. Because that kid walking across the street with a hoodie on may be the next poet laureate. It doesn't mean that child is going to be in trouble. And so we got to make sure there's more communication. That's what I'm going to do as president, bring together a national commission.
He's going to bring it all together, folks. And when you call 911, don't worry, a psychiatrist or psychologist will be there for you. We'll be back in just 1 minute.